Hey everybody, this is Jay, and the vehicle you're looking at is the 2015 Audi S4 Quattro. Now, I just came back from an incredible trip to the Nürburgring in Germany and the Spa track in Belgium, and I was driving BMWs and Porsches, but it was at the Nürburgring where I saw an S4 in the parking lot, and I decided right then and there that this was going to be my next unboxing video. I'm really excited to share this car with you today, and for the next several minutes, we're going to talk all about it, and I hope you learn a lot about the Audi S4 Quattro. Also want to thank the guys over at Audi San Francisco for letting me come down to film today. Alright, so let's get right to it. Now, the Audi S4 Quattro, what Quattro means in this case, it has all-wheel drive. It has basically a 40-60 torque split, meaning there's a little more power going to the rear wheels, and that's a good thing, especially when you have the performance drivers out there. But you also have the full benefit of having all-wheel drive, and that's great in any sort of weather condition. So what you just heard was the 3.0-liter supercharged V6 engine. It has a total of 333 horsepower and 325 pound-feet of torque. It has a direct injection system, and in my opinion, it is one of the best engines out there today. Now, supercharged, it's kind of a dying breed. More and more cars, especially BMW, they're going back to turbocharging and supercharging. It's not as fuel efficient, but when you want performance, that is a great choice. The Jaguar F-Type has a supercharged V6 as well, just to give you another example. And as you saw from my previous video on the F-Type S, that engine sounds absolutely incredible. And in the case of the S4, I think it sounds nearly as good. And you also have those the quad exhaust system back there, and it's in terms of like the looks of the S4, just like the A4 itself, which is the base version of this. It's not quite as powerful or as sporty, but I think the looks here are just really, really good. It's sort of like an understated look. You have the standard 18-inch wheels. You're looking at 19-inch wheels. These are optional. But what I think is really nice about Audi is they have this nice blend of elegance and sportiness. And the lines are very crisp, they're very clean, and it's a very, distinctive look. I don't think you can really mistake an Audi for really, an Audi. People also ask me, is the S4 a BMW M3 fighter? I would say no. It's actually more of a BMW 335 competitor. The M3 is just it's more powerful. It's just a bit of a different car. It's aimed for people who may be a little more enthusiasts. But the S4 is like I was saying, it's a very good blend between luxury and performance and daily driving. Now my car here has it's equipped with the optional 7-speed S-tronic dual clutch transmission. It has steering wheel mounted paddle shifters, but if you really want there is a 6-speed manual that's standard, and I know there's a lot of people who still like to row their own gears, and it's really cool that Audi is still making 6 speeds available. But with this engine, you're going to get from 0 to 60 miles per hour in 4.9 seconds. You have a top speed of 155 miles per hour. Now that's electronically limited. That's decided upon by Audi, but also for all the other BMWs, including the M3 and 335i, they also have a very similar top speed electronically controlled as well. Now, in case you haven't realized, Audi is known for building some of the best interiors in the industry. They have for years, and in this case, it is no exception. It's just amazing how good everything is in terms of the build quality, the materials chosen, and Audi is very much the benchmark when it comes to that. And as you can see, you have these black and red Napa leather seats, and combined with that red exterior, I think it's just an absolutely beautiful car. I got plenty of stairs when driving it around town, and if I were to buy this car, I would absolutely go for the red exterior and this black and red interior. But the dash layout, it's very simple, it's driver focused, and I think that Audi really understands that that's what, everyday standard drivers want, something basic but very premium looking. You also have 12-way power seats, and it's literally impossible for you not to get comfortable regardless of your height. That's another thing. What you should expect in a car of this price category, which I'll get to in a moment, it should be for everybody. You should always be able to get comfortable, and you have these very firm and supportive seats with lumbar control as well. And it's just, it's a great seating position. You have that nice thick leather wrapped steering wheel with a flat bottom. That's, again, kind of for the performance-oriented drivers, but it's really nice to have. And speaking of pricing, the Audi S4 starts off at $49,200. That's for the Premium Plus model. Move up a little bit more to the Prestige, and that starts at almost $56,000. My car right here came to a total of $58,265, which I think it's a pretty good price considering everything you're getting here. You have a modern state-of-the-art nav system. It's controlled by this little dial here. Now, Audi, just like all the other automakers, have come a long way with these dial-controlled systems. Back in around 2002, BMW first launched their iDrive system in the 7 Series, and that was a very difficult system to figure out. I had no problems figuring out Audi's system here. The only complaint I do have is that the screen you're looking at, it's a little small. I would like to have something a bit larger. But here you also have 3-zone climate control, and Audi's MMI nav system, which I thought was just a very, very good piece of technology. And this car also came with a 505-watt audio system with 14 speakers and something called Audi Connect that it offers Wi-Fi for up to 8 devices, which is pretty cool. And the steering wheel here, you can see the paddle shifters. I think they were very well placed. It was a lot of fun to shift. The shifts were very smooth, and that's exactly what you should expect from any dual clutch transmission. Now, the other thing that I'm often asked, what is Quattro? Aside from standing, for all-wheel drive, the name Quattro is also the name of Audi's high-performance division, as well as the name of a legendary Audi that came out in around 1980. It started off as the Audi Quattro. It was a rally car designed for rally racing, and then Audi also had to make a street legal version of that car, and it's very popular amongst collectors, and it's gone up in value considerably over the years. But it started basically Audi's legendary Quattro division and its association with having permanent all-wheel drive in many of its models. But overall, it's you're looking at this interior, and it's just nice to brush your hand up against the materials. Everything is very soft touch plastic. There's bits of aluminum and carbon fiber, and it's just this very, very good premium feel. And it's just a great place to be if you're going to take a long road trip. This is one of the best cars you could do it in. It's just so comfortable, and especially those seats. I didn't think they were too firm after a while. Audi got it just right here, because in some other performance cars, the seats are just they're too firm after a while, and they get uncomfortable. Of course, you have to have your your standard sunroof. Opens and closes just fine. Now, I've always really liked this, the Audi front headlights. You have these LED daytime running lights, also tail lights as well, and it just has this nice look. It's especially in the dark, the way those lines of the front headlights go, it just looks spectacular. And this car's riding on a set of summer tires, which kind of gives it a better performance feel, but I know a lot of owners switch them off to all-season tires for the winter, and depending what part of the country you live in. But just look at this interior. It's almost perfect in my opinion. It's very straightforward. It's simple. It's easy to figure out. There's not too many buttons, and I know BMW, for an example, has a lot of buttons in their interiors or their dashboards if you've ever seen it. Oh, and another complaint, the rear seat space. I'm about average height, as you can see, and there's not a lot of leg and knee room. Now, I know Audi is going to be improving that with the next generation A4 and S4, but if you're over 6 feet tall, I think you're going to have a little bit of a hard time getting comfortable back here. You also have that nice leather-coated armrest with a couple of cup holders right there. But still, it's a really nice place to be. Again, if you're going to be on a long road trip, assuming your knees aren't hitting those front seats there, you're going to be just fine. And of course, with the trunk, as with any Audi or any Audi sedan, the automaker knows to make them large enough to accommodate just about anything from garbage bags to grocery bags to golf club bags. And here, Audi also put down a really nice floor. It's kind of grippy to prevent stuff from kind of rolling all over the place. It's a really nice touch that, Audi just know how to add those little premium bits throughout. And I think that's why so many people are loyal to the brand. Just to give you an example here, this is all my camera equipment. Plenty of more room. The seats also fold 60-40 for even more space. And that's actually pretty standard in most new cars today. Now, also when I was at the Nürburgring, I also was taken around in the Nissan GT-R Ring Taxi. Incredible car, which also has all-wheel drive, just like the S4 here. And the instructor was telling me what he loves most about the GT-R is that traction and the grip it has, especially in the rain. He thinks the GT-R performs best around a track like the Nürburgring or Spa when there's a wet track. And that's what's so good about the S4. It's not a GT-R competitor by any means, but because you have that all-wheel drive system always working with a little bit more power going to the rear, you're just going to get so much grip, and it's just a lot of fun, especially if you just appreciate driving. You're going to really understand why that Quattro system is just great to have. But my perfect S4, you're looking at it pretty much. This color combination, I would choose the dual clutch over the 6-speed manual. I just thought the way the dual clutch shifts, it's very flawless, it's fast, and it's just, you can focus more on the driving, and you can also put it into manual mode too and control the shifts with the paddle shifters as well. But I really just could not find any bad angle to this car. It's that understated styling inside and out. It's elegant, it's athletic, and it's just the complete package if you're looking for a luxury performance sedan. And if we're up to me, yes, I would take this over the BMW 335i, which is also a wonderful sedan. But there's just something about the way Audi has designed the S4 inside and out, though, it's driving dynamics that just it just makes me want to go out and drive. And you have these beautiful 5-point wheels here, and it's just understated performance and luxury combined into one. I think the pricing is spot on. You're getting a lot of car for the money, and it's just an overall outstanding pick. I really wish I could have taken this thing out when I was at the Nürburgring. Hey, there's always next year. But anyway, guys, thanks for watching today. Be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel below. Please feel free to leave me some comments and check out the full review on carbuzz.com. Also, if you have any suggestions for future cars that you'd like to see me reviewed, please feel free, leave them in the comments below. Until then, we'll see you next time, guys. Thanks.